you have no real facts on your side. So now you're going to try.
Yeah, but often neither do you because you've read some conservative guy who's.
Rick, please, you're trying to tell me that I've read some conservative guy and I've come up with a crazy right-wing theory.
Yes.
Conspiracy. Okay, I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to isolate it to two facts.
Okay.
I'm going to say what I said earlier. One, the Obama administration secretly supplied advanced weapons to the Mexican cartels. Do you dispute any of those four facts?
Yeah, without reading about it.
So it never happened?
Well, certain weapons made their way to Mexican cartels.
How did they make their way?
Well, I don't know that much.
Did Trump do it? How did they get there, Rick?
I just said it was an Obama program, but I don't know.
So Obama gave weapons to the Mexican cartels.
How much time till we break?
No.
Because we can read about it.
No, I don't want to read about it.
No, because
wait, Rick, can we agree that Obama sent weapons to the Mexican cartels? Can we agree on that?
No.
We can't. It never happened.
I don't know what happened. I
don't know
told
what
you
happened.
what I know.
Why don't you know?
You're going to say because there wasn't adequate coverage.
Correct. You've been brainwashed.
Maybe I just didn't know that much about it.
Everybody watching this right now in TV land knows that you've been brainwashed. You don't know.
But mostly I don't know about a lot of shit.
No. You would know if the American president was arming the Mexican cartels.
And one of our guys was killed too.
Yeah, they killed one of our people with those weapons.
Well,
wouldn't you know if you hadn't been brainwashed?
No, here's the fucking deal.
Wouldn't that be the most important thing at that particular first year of his office?
Right when 9/11 happened, I began a job coming up with prank phone calls for crank yankers. And right about that time, I worked on the final season of The Man Show during that early 2000s. Then, for the next 11 and a half years, I wrote jokes for late night for Jimmy Kimmel. And the way that job worked was it was like a 10, 12 hour a day job where we'd get morning topics and we'd try to write jokes and come up with bits for those topics, and then there'd be assignments throughout the day until the show taped, and then you get, did we get night topics?
This is, by the way, why I end up screaming.
No, but the deal is, for 11 and a half years, I gave everything I could to that job, and my focus was, is it something that can be made fun of? Is it something ridiculous? Like Trump entered my purview with regard to the job when he was feuding with Rosie O'Donnell.
Rick, does this have anything to do with what I just said?
The deal is that I didn't start caring about any of this shit except could I get jokes out of it until Trump got elected.
Okay, Rick. So, Rick, if you were not brainwashed, which you are, then when Obama gave weapons to the Mexican cartels, you would have known about it because the media would not have kept that knowledge from you. It would have been all over the news. And even if you were not well informed or interested, you would have become aware of it. But you weren't because the media didn't want to talk about it.
I'm somewhat aware of it. I don't know the whole deal with
you don't even know now whether Obama gave weapons to the Mexican cartels. Even that you deny. You're so confused.
That's right. Okay,
You're so confused. Like, Obama good, Mexican cartels bad. How is this possible? You're too brainwashed to even accept two simple facts.
Then you're going to have to show me because, as I said, the framework that I was coming from was, is this something that can be joked about? Does it involve Kardashians? Does it involve Britney Spears or Lindsay Lohan until their behavior became so sad that you couldn't joke about it?
Why do you think the media was telling asking you about Britney Spears when your president was arming the Mexican cartels?
Because that's what I was looking for, and that's what late night is built on.
But you would think that when you were going over the internet, you saw these articles about Britney Spears, there might have been just a sentence or two about, hey, there's been...
Yeah, there was, if there were, and I'm sure there was, I would skip right over that because there's no potential for jokes in that.
Yeah, but you know what? It would have been so serious that they would have said it every day for months and months and months until the president was hauled before Congress and asked to explain his actions.
Are you suggesting there was kind of a cover-up with that?
Well, yes, I am. Thank you, Director, for putting a
How
fine
much
point on it.
time until we break from this?
We got 15 minutes.
Okay, all right. So
I'm not.
all I'm arguing is,
Yes.
I'm not denying that I'm underinformed, but I am arguing that not every instance of me being underinformed is me being brainwashed.
This is how you're being brainwashed. You're living it right now. All you know is good things about Obama and bad things about Trump. And even though you're reading about Kim Kardashian's ass, you're still learning things about Trump you don't like. And you're still
But
not,
not because
and
I
you're
just-
still not learning things about Obama.
Well, Obama hasn't been president for 3 years.
But even if there was someone out there that was a Democrat that had bad things about them, you still aren't learning about them. Every week you come in here, well, your mind is a blank slate. It's like news anytime there's anything bad about a Democrat.
All right, so, that's just not right because Bill Clinton's presidency has been re-examined since he was president. He left with pretty high approval ratings. Since then, I've been convinced that he was rapier than I thought he was at the time, when I tended to ignore it or think there was a phrase that was applied to accusers before Me Too, nuts and sluts. And to the extent that I paid attention to Clinton at all, it was like, yeah, all right, like...
Would you vote for Clinton over Trump?
Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
let's change the topic, guys.
Hold on.
Okay, you more?
Yeah. The deal is, so we know that he was, I've been convinced that he was rapey.
I see.
Now, I'm also convinced that Trump is rapey. And
Yeah, that's fascinating. And yet you have no proof for that whatsoever.
Except all these women who've come forward. Now,
Yeah, but there was a legal court battle where Clinton actually had to give up $800,000 and have his law license taken away because he could not contest what he had done to one of those young women. Whereas there's been no legal battle whatsoever against Trump.
Well, then
Nothing has been proven whatsoever.
Well, you're misstating, you're cherry picking stuff because there are
Not cherry picking. There
are cases active in the courts
I know,
right
but
now.
none of them have proven anything.
Yeah, but they haven't wound up. They're still going.
I understand that, Rick, but I can raise a court case against anybody. The Democrats are great at that. All I'm saying is you have a judgment against Clinton. You don't have a judgment against Trump.
But you have a shitload of accusers. Now you only have one
Shitload of Democrats accusing.
Hold on. Let's go with Bill Cosby. 60 plus women have accused him of sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
Only one out of 60 there was a settlement where there was a civil settlement like 20 years ago. But he's only been prosecuted criminally for 1 out of 60. So it's hard to get, you can have a gazillion accusers, credible accusers, and without having one case winding its way through the courts. So just because nobody has won a sexual assault case against Trump yet That doesn't mean that much.
So let me ask you a question.
It's the weight of all the accusers versus.
I know, you're an unfair, bigoted person.
No.
That if somebody says something that reinforces your prejudices, you're on their side. So if someone says Trump's a rapist, you believe it. Now, I just want to ask you a question, though. Why is it that you know everything, you're certain that Trump is a rapist, but when Obama gave weapons to the Mexican cartels, that means nothing to you.
You said
You
said you started paying attention to the news after 9/11. You were just a regular liberal.
No, I just want to know right this second. There are court documents that were released with the Freedom of Information Act that show that the Obama administration gave weapons to the Mexican cartels.
Let me be clear.
And this is not the same as some Democrats saying Trump raped me. This is literally weapons to Mexican cartels that they used to murder people. And yet you're absolutely ice cold about that. It's like it never happened. It means nothing to you.
I'm underinformed about it.
But you know everything about Trump's rape.
Because I started paying attention, and now
So would a responsible media spend as much time about arming Mexican cartels as they do about rape accusers that have no evidence whatsoever?
There probably should have been more coverage of Fast and Furious.
Well, why do you suppose they kept that? They have still not, I mean, hell, I'm still a little miffed about it. It's only been about 5 years. Why couldn't they have told you about that instead of every single rape accuser of Trump?
2 reasons. You only believe in one reason. You believe that every bit of news that you think we should hear that we don't hear in the mainstream media is because liberal journalists want to brainwash us.
Yes.
And I'll give you that is maybe not framed in that way, but yeah, the journalists tend to be not flamingly liberal, but on average.
90% of journalists, over 90%, are registered Democrats.
Okay, fine. But so that orientation may influence, probably almost certainly does influence the news. But the other thing that I keep arguing for, that you're like, yeah, it just kind of drips off you like water off a duck, ducks are waterproof, right? So just the water, this point, it never impacts you. That all these news channels are profit driven, so they make editorial decisions on hot topics.
I think it's a lot hotter to find out that the president is arming Mexican cartels than some woman out there that's a Democrat is accusing Trump of rape.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily agree with you.
Well, I know they don't agree, but what do you think is more important? What do you think is more important, Rick? That Obama, let's just say I'm
not.
do you think it's more important for the American public to know all the details about Obama arming Mexican cartels with weapons that they used against us? Or do you think we should hear about every woman accusing Trump of sexual impropriety? Which do you think matters more?
I think we should, when we break, how long till we break?
No, it's an abstract question. Which do you think matters more? You don't need to research it. You're a human being. You have judgment. What's more important?
I don't know until I know more about Fast and Furious.
You
brought up Fast and Furious,
look,
about which I told you what I know.
If at any time an American president has adultery, is that as important as an American president arming Mexican cartels? Which is more important?
Stated that way,
yeah,
it's the Mexican cartel thing.
Okay, and what if the American president forced himself on a woman in some way? We're not sure, but do you want to go with rape? Should we go with rape? What do you want to go with? What if you're saying that President Trump forced a woman down and raped her against her will?
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean,
Is that what you believe? Because I want to know what we're talking about.
All right, so you don't believe in the E. Jean Carroll rape at Bergdorf Goodman?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think.
So let's not go with that one. Let's not go with that one.
Well, I think that's typical, though, of what you know about, because you don't know about any of the others.
Well, I know about. I've read this part of Ivana Trump's deposition
during a divorce.
During a divorce.
And you think that depositions during divorce are not biased?
Well, it has the ring of truth to me, because as somebody
who's
had
discussed it already, but
it
has the ring
I
of
believe
truth.
it.
Rick, don't you understand that you believe anything that people say that fulfills your bigotry against Trump? So the woman is getting divorced from him, so you believe what she says. It's gospel. And yet, if Obama gives weapons to the Mexican cartels, well, you're not even sure that even happened.
When we break, I'll read about it, and then I'll come back.
But I mean, don't you understand how unfair and biased your judgment is?
Yeah, sure.
No, but that means that your judgment lacks credibility. You should be equally fair, because you're trying to present your side to millions of people out there, and they just see that you're biased and totally brainwashed on the Democrat side.
Yeah, but they also see that it's the same for you. That you're not.
No, I have Freedom of Information Act documents that state that the president gave weapons to the Mexican cartels, which I, being a sound-minded body, believe that was a stupid fucking idea.
Oh, well,
and you on your side have this lady that says he raped me in the dressing room of a department store.
Yeah, but wait a second. You just said it's a stupid idea. I don't disagree.
Well, I added that.
But I agree. But like, so
okay, fine. But what I'm saying is,
but
you don't even believe that it happened.
I want to see exactly how it worked. But
I'm saying
we agree that it was a stupid idea.
We're just forget whether it's a stupid idea. I'm sorry. I gave you a way out on that one. I'm just saying that you're brainwashed and biased, because you know that Obama supplied the Mexican cartels with weapons, and you don't believe it. But this woman says she was raped in a dressing room of a department store, and you do believe it.
No, I'm ready to. I've heard the details of that. I'm ready to believe the details of Fast and Furious, but not necessarily from you, because you tend to. But I am biased. But wait, hold on. Let me talk. I am the purveyor. I am a major cause of me being brainwashed, because I look at the shit that I'm interested in. So you can't always blame the media for the blank spaces in my knowledge, because I'm the shopper. I'm the fucking shopper. I'm the guy who consumes. I'm the guy who's got metabolic syndrome, who weighs 271 pounds, and goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, you've got to change something, or you're going to be dead from heart disease and diabetes, and you want me to blame somebody else, the purveyors of all this delicious food. But no, I'm the one who picked out this food and overate it and got up to 271 pounds. I'm the shopper. Now some of my news outlets make it easier for me to pick out the delicious, like, Trump stories that I so love. But I'm the one who did it. I mean, it's not just, it's a little bit the media, but it's largely that when Trump got elected, I got pissed off, and I keep thinking during this whole time that Trump has been president. I think back to FDR. People said that conservatives so hated FDR as president, and he got elected 4 times, so they had a lot of time to hate him, that conservatives couldn't even say his name, a lot of them. They just would say, that man. So, I understand, like, I think about that, like, almost every day, how my loathing for Trump is the engine for my consumption of media. So yeah, I'm brainwashed, but I've done it myself. It's not always a conspiracy. And if it is a conspiracy, it's a conspiracy to make money off of me as a viewer, where they're going to sell me the shit that I like, the delicious nuggets of... So, I mean, you know, I try to be... I'll try to read articles about other shit, but like a lot of times my eyes just start skating down the page, like, all right, fucking yeah. Like, let's get back to Twitter.
Okay, so you've admitted that you're brainwashed.
Yeah, but I did it myself.
Yeah, okay, it's your fault. It's not the Democrats' fault. They're good.
So no, I didn't. But
the Democrats are good. It's you. If there is
some guys. Hold on. Let's be more clear.
Yes.
When some guy is 271 pounds at 5'10 and a half.
Yes.
He's done some overeating. But if you wanted to assign percent blame, he would get a large part of the blame. And then you might also have to blame like fast food places that make food extra delicious and cheap and advertising and all this stuff. But so yeah, it's not just me. But
is it all the Democrats?
What?
Well, all the Democrats are aware of these, or think the way you do. They're all interested in the same things you're interested in.
It depends on. Are you talking about
all of the
people?
All of the Democrats that I know think that Trump is a rapist, but don't know about Fast and Furious. So are they all like you? And is the fault then?
No.
Is it that the American people aren't good enough for the Democrats and the media? It's actually, if there is a fault, it's with the people that have been brainwashed, not the people brainwashing them. The media is innocent. It's your fault.
I just said the opposite of that.
If you try to scratch your way to reality, you need to remind yourself that you're not good enough to learn about reality because they appeal to
what you call
lower
reality.
nature.
Would you believe that you're steeped in reality and what you consume?
Yes, because
see, that's just as fucking brainwashed as I am. Because
if you ask me a question, I get a chance to answer.
All right.
See, in my reality, arming the Mexican cartels is more important and of more interest to me than the possibility that some Democrat woman out there is going to lay a charge against a politician that's a Republican.
How much time do we have?
No, you're not letting me respond, okay? Okay, so what I'm saying is, in my reality, foreign policy and terrible mistakes like arming Mexican cartels that then use those weapons to kill our people, that's more important than spurious charges. So I am closer to reality. What you want to do is you want to read about pointless sexual improprieties that may or may not be true and for which there's no evidence. I want to read about actual documents that came with the Freedom of Information Act against the Justice Department, showing that my president was arming the most dangerous gangs in the world, who then killed American citizens.
Killed one,
but we don't know how many, really. And God knows how many thousands of those Mexicans that you profess to love. So my point to you is, in my reality has a basis of what is important and what isn't. But because the media has confused you,
I'm not.
And because the media has appealed to your own baser nature.
See, that's a bit closer.
The media is lying to you, and it's brainwashed you, and it's even convinced you that this is what you want to know. In other words, part of the brainwashing, part of the reason you can't unbrainwash yourself, is that you think you want to know about these charges of rape. But what you really want to know is, did Obama get Americans killed? I mean, that's pretty fucking serious. Who were the Mexican cartels that got these weapons? How many were there? How many Mexican people were killed? How many, since you're kind of sexy, how many Mexican women were raped by cartels using the weapons that Obama gave them? Think about all those rapes. Think about children that were thrown into acid. Wouldn't that have excited your vulgar interests? But you see, the media didn't tell you about that.
Well, so we're going to break in 4.5 minutes. And I'm going to
Let's just break right now, guys. We keep saying we're going to break. Let's break. I'm taking a decision here. Now you can read all about Fast and Furious. Please don't read about it on Wikipedia alone.
Oh, but I'll start there.
Oh, okay. We're going to go to Wikipedia like we always do.
Because they offer a really good summary.
They offer more brainwashing. They've been cited as being one of the most effective left-wing brainwashing organs.
Was there an attempt, was it hard for the general public to get information on Fast and Furious?
There was, because they had to be sued by Judicial Watch for the documents that were released in court. Thank you, Director. Yeah, the Obama administration kept the information from them, and they only got the information because they were sued.
All right, so...
And then when they finally did get the information, the media banded together and kept you from learning anything about it.
All right, so let's look. We got to wrap in about 15 minutes.
All right, let's just wrap, period.
No.
Or let's just
let's
turn off the camera.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up pretty fast because I want to get home in time to bid for something for my wife on eBay, and the auction for some reason ends at 2 in the fucking morning. So anyway, we read about Fast and Furious, which is part of an overall strategy that I think has been abandoned by now called gun walking. And the deal is that you let straw buyers buy guns, and then you trace them through a network of informants as the guns move up into whatever organizations they're going to end up. You use the low, you don't prosecute the low-level buyers. You let them pass the guns on with the idea that eventually you'll be able to catch and prosecute the high-level buyers, which in this case turned out to be, I guess, cartel guys. And under Fast and Furious, which was, I guess, always like controversial within the Department of Drugs, Alcohol, and Firearms. You know, people were like, no, this is not going to work. People argued about it, but the idea kept going, and about 2,000 guns were sold under Fast and Furious. Only 710 were recovered. One federal agent was killed by one of these guns. At least 150 Mexicans were killed by these guns. And you know, overall, it was and no cartel, no high-level people were arrested, right? So overall, it was a failed program. Was it well-intentioned? I would say probably. I don't think that you had federal agents just deciding, oh, well, we're going to, you know, we want to get guns to the cartels. I mean, you could make that case if you wanted, but I would assume that...
You know, people don't go to prison because they have bad intentions. They go to prison for what they've done.
Okay.
So, I don't know what this...
Well, I just explained what went on.
All right. Now, my question to you is, why is it that the media has told you everything about Trump's
let's do one more thing.
but nothing about Obama getting hundreds of people killed with American weapons?
Let's do this.
Well, wait a minute. Stop. You keep doing that.
No, let's do one thing. I want to do one search.
Now, you tell me what it is. I'm
All right.
sick of this.
Do guns, do Fast and Furious in quotes, which means you get plus guns plus Obama. And tell me how many fucking hits
There will
you
be
get.
thousands of entries. What difference
Hundreds
is
of
it?
thousands.
Maybe.
Yes. There will be at least
that's-
300,000.
That's not important.
But it
Rick.
is important because you're saying that the media haven't informed us of this, and my
Well,
claim
that's
is
because the reason that they hadn't that it was informed by us at all is because Judicial Watch sued the Department of Justice and got the documents released, and then Darrell Issa, a Republican congressman, held hearings about it. That's the only reason that you know anything about it at all.
all right. We're gonna have to wrap up, but I'm not. I'll do some. I'll, even though I hate doing research, the whole idea of the show was that.
But it's not. It's not. What we started off saying was, I had to. You just had to spend research to figure out that the Obama Justice Department armed the Mexican cartels. Just one simple sentence you didn't understand or believe, and now you read it for yourself, and you're telling me that you're not brainwashed.
I told you at the beginning, like an hour ago. I explained basically what it was.
No, but you just told me that you couldn't be sure that even happened. Now you just read to the whole million audience that it did happen, just like I told you.
But the way you say it,
Well, what difference does it make how I say it?
because it's
Either the Obama administration,
the way you frame
the
it. the deal
Obama
is-
administration gave weapons to the Mexican cartels. Do we agree on that?
No. Frame it right. Say the Obama administration, if you want, engaged in an ill-conceived operation that allowed hundreds of weapons,
Thousands.
thousands.
You just said
All right,
thousands.
well, thousands to fall in. Well, I don't know where they all ended up, but
They were
2,000
given to the Mexican
Here's the deal.
cartels.
Here's the allowed. I don't think they all. But anyway, the Obama administration. Under the Obama administration, the Department of Drug, Alcohol, and Firearms and Tobacco.
You're going to repeat what you just said.
No, I'm not. I'm engaged. I mean, frame it right. Say it right. Don't fucking twist it all. So, engaged in an ill-conceived, in one of a number of ill-conceived gun-walking operations that allowed thousands.
What do you mean allowed? They sold it to them. I didn't allow people to buy my paintings. I sell them to them. What are you trying to make it sound like it was a good thing?
But I think the last sentence is, and they covered it up.
And we
Well, I didn't get to the covered up part.
Okay.
and you didn't get to the part that American citizens were killed, and that you did mention that hundreds of Mexicans were killed.
I said, well, the whole thing fell apart when this federal agent Terry.
But why have we waited, Rick? Why are you not brainwashed? Why are you not brainwashed? You didn't know a fucking thing about that.
But I just
until
told
5
you
minutes
roughly.
ago.
I told you.
If I called 100 Democrats, none of them would know anything about it, but they'd know about the rape in the dressing room of Bergdorf.
But I knew the rough
department
dimensions
store.
of the deal.
No,
Now,
you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, I
because-
fucking did. At
No,
the beginning,
because
you asked me
they-
what I knew. At the beginning,
They can trace it back when I just asked you 4 minutes ago, did Obama sell weapons to the Mexican cartels? You said no. Your mind is so confused and twisted in knots that you can't agree to simple facts that you've just stated yourself. Don't you understand? This
Well,
is
no,
what a
here's- no, but
brainwashed person
no,
does.
here's the deal. Frame it right.
You don't have to frame it anyway.
Yeah, you do, because
No,
if
no,
you
no.
don't, you end up with shit like uranium one. And we're not going to.
I can't. I must make excuses for Obama. He could never do anything wrong. I'm a Democrat. If Obama gave weapons to the Mexican cartels, well, that's okay. It was ill-conceived. And in fact, it's my fault that I don't know anything about it. I'm not brainwashed. I was just reading about other things. I'm not brainwashed. Obama good. Trump bad.
Here's what I said an hour ago. That Fast and Furious was a program to sell guns and not interdict them or whatever it is, not intercept them until as they moved up the ladder of to try to get the big wigs.
Yes.
And that's roughly what the deal is.
Okay. So
I knew
the Obama administration sold weapons
That ended up in the hands
to
of cartels.
the Mexican cartels. Did the Obama administration sell weapons to the Mexican cartels? Yes or no?
Yes, but that's
Yes, but
yes fucking
Yes,
but. Yes fucking but. Why put it?
But it was a good idea.
No, it was a bad idea.
It was well intentioned.
It was a bad idea.
But it was well intentioned. Obama would never do anything mean to anybody. He was well intentioned, right, Rick?
I believe
Yes.
that there was a strategy that
It was a
was
strategy.
All right, but the deal is that's the fucking deal. So what's wrong with saying that these guys wanted to catch high-level criminals and it completely backfired? That's what fucking happened.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
I need to go now.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody. It's the first night.
Rick's going to be voting for Sanders, who supports the Palestinians. And so when he says Happy Hanukkah, just forget about that.
Sanders, a Jew, the first Jewish president.
That hates Israel. And he thinks there's no moral difference between the Israelis and the Palestinians. And neither do you, right?
No, I don't believe that.
So you think the Israelis are on higher moral ground than the Palestinians?
Generally, yeah.
Okay, so why are you going to vote for Sanders?
I'm not. He's not going to be the candidate. I won't have to vote for Sanders. He won't be the candidate. So anyway, we got to go. I got to get home.
Okay, so he was at Venice Beach yesterday. Do you know that?